Hey everybody, Tom Moore here, your local Halifax Realtor. Today I'm shooting a quick video on what a realtor does for you, whether you're the buyer or the seller. All right, so let's hop right into it. Up first, we're going to be going over the buyer category, starting with the search. So a realtor generally has a few more tools that you may not have access to, that when you get set up on those, depending on your search parameters, you're going to get an email every morning based on any properties that pop up on the MLS that fit those search parameters. So even though you might be checking the MLS every day, sometimes this system picks up on things that you might miss. So it just adds as kind of another stopgap. The other aspect, obviously, is the realtor generally is looking at the MLS every day as well. So between the two of you, you'll create a good team and be able to kind of catch any properties that may come on the MLS that fit your needs. Number two, they're going to show you the property. So obviously, some folks have been on showings before, some folks haven't. A realtor's done this quite a lot, right? So when you go to see these properties, they might be able to point out certain things that you might miss just based on their own experience. So whether it's a positive or a negative, maybe some damage, whatever it may be, they're going to be able to kind of give you that second perspective that you might need. They're going to be able to build the deal. So this can be one of the more complicated aspects of actually submitting the offer, making sure that you have the right dates in there, the right conditions. They'll be able to kind of walk you through based on your needs and what they think is the smart play for you to get the deal accepted. They're going to be able to kind of structure that deal and help you out, fill in the blanks basically, just to again give you the best chance of getting that deal accepted. They're going to potentially provide off-market listings. Now, this is something that a lot of folks that aren't actually realtors don't know about. So what off-market listings are is they can be exclusives. They can be something that hasn't actually yet hit the market. And because realtors are in a lot of, whether it's social media groups or email chains with other realtors, they just have a larger network in that space. So they're going to be able to find out more information about properties that have not hit the market. I door knock 4 days a week, except for this month, obviously, because COVID's had a little bit of an uptick. But, I'm out there doing door knocking for a couple hours every morning, 4 days a week. So occasionally I'll have kind of a pocket listing. And usually what I like to do is shop that around my clients first, see if they're interested. And then basically, you can go to the MLS with that, or go to these individual groups and see if, for in my case where I work with Remax, see if any Remax agents might have buyers for that. Strategy. So, with your realtor, you're going to be able to kind of hash out new strategies if something's not working. Let's say you're putting in a ton of offers, they're not getting accepted. The realtor will be able to potentially advise you of some other strategies or ideas in terms of how to increase your potential at getting a offer accepted. This is going to vary based on the house, your situation, but they'll be there to kind of help guide you through that process as you move along. Okay, seller. Switch sides here. So on the seller side, obviously one of the bigger things that a realtor is going to be able to do for you is the marketing. They're going to have experience in this. They're going to know what works. They're going to have done their research into what really works to sell a home for the top dollar, right? So that's going to depend on the individual realtor. Some realtors use social media, some realtors use videos, some realtors use their own methods, whatever it may be. Really, if you are looking to sell your house and you are interviewing certain agents, find out what differentiates them when it comes to marketing, right? For me, I'm starting to really ramp up my video stuff on YouTube, but also on social media platforms. And then I also do the door knocking aspect, right? So that's just certain elements that I try to differentiate myself with. But every realtor is going to be a little bit different. Second, pricing. Now, this is something that's often overlooked. Obviously, a lot of people nowadays with all the tools on the internet, they think they have a pretty good idea of what to price their house at, right? But again, a realtor is going to have a proven process, whether it's a comparative market analysis or another format, maybe it's just experience, and they're able to just price that at the right price. Right now in Halifax, obviously what we've got is an incredibly hot market. So let's say you've got two of the same houses side by side. one sells for $500,000, and then the neighbor next door is looking to sell, and they think, this one sold for $500,000. Why don't we price at $500,000? This is a strategy that right now probably isn't going to get you actually your top dollar. But again, a realtor is going to help you guide you through that process and really price maybe at a certain number below market value. That's going to allow you to drum up enough interest and get these multiple offer situations that really drive the price higher, right? So again, a realtor is going to have the experience to do this, make sure that the property is not going to sit, and make sure that you have plenty of buyers coming through at the start of that listing period and submitting offers when you're ready. Number 3, find buyers. So similarly to in the buyers section with the exclusive listings, your realtor is going to have access to a lot of other realtors, their network. They're going to be able to shop that around. Maybe they have realtors in other cities or provinces who have buyers that are interested in coming and living here in Halifax. So this is another aspect, another bonus that a realtor is going to be able to provide you. Smooth transaction. So again, if you're doing a deal and you've got two folks that aren't realtors trying to create a deal versus two realtors who have done it many times, you can imagine how that transaction is going to move a lot smoother for you. There's going to be a lot less hiccups. And if you're the seller and you have a certain time frame that you want to be out of the house, or maybe you have another house that you've purchased, whatever it may be, you want that timeline to stick to it, and you don't want any hiccups or potential price reductions because of something that was missed, whatever it may be. This is one of the main things that really is important to have a realtor on your side. Again, somebody who's been through that process several times and is going to be able to guide you and guide the deal to make sure that it goes through. Okay, finally, we have the two, topics that are relevant for both sides. So number 1 is going to be negotiation. So if you have not been in a career or really that familiarized to the process of negotiation, when it comes to what could be your biggest asset, it's very important to have somebody on your side who knows how to deal with the negotiation process, right? So if you're selling and a buyer comes in, they do an inspection, and there's an issue, a major issue where it's going to cost several $1,000s to fix, you want to make sure that you're not giving them too much and they're not taking too much from you, right? So a realtor, again, with their experience and being in this position several times, is going to be able to provide you the right advice and really just tell you the nuts and bolts of how this should work out, right? Being fair while also being strong for you. So negotiation, it's the same thing vice versa on the buyer side, right? If you have something from the buyer side in terms of the whether it's inspection, something else where you have an opportunity to reduce that price, your realtor is really going to be able to help you, advise you there in terms of how to get that price down. So after saying advise about 4 times, that brings us to our second aspect that really realtors can help both sides with is advising, right? So if you're selling your house and it's sitting on the market, they're going to be able to tell you maybe why or how to improve your chances of selling that property for top dollar at the start of the process. Really, it's a knowledge broker. It's somebody who's been through the real estate game quite a few times, and they're going to know certain problems. They're going to be able to kind of telegraph issues coming towards you and address those before they even come up, right? So it's important to have somebody in your court that's going to be able to assist you in that sense. All right, folks, again, I'm Tom Moore. I'm your local Halifax Realtor. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any other topics for me to go over, I'm going to be creating, posting quite a few of these videos over the next little while, but I'm always looking for ideas, and feel free to reach out with my contact info below. All right, have a good one.